Welcome to my channel. This is JC Rock and Metal Reviews. My name is John and I have a new album review by the band Sumo Cyco. The album is called Initiation. So before I begin, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I do rock and metal reviews, rankings, and more. So Sumo Cyco is a Canadian band. They have a very unique sound, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But the band currently consists of Skye Sweetnam on lead vocals, Matt Drake on guitars and vocals, Oscar Anesetti on guitars and vocals, and Matt Trozzi on drums. They have released 3 albums: Lost in Cyco City in 2014, Opus Mar in 2017, and Initiation in 2021. The sound is very hard to describe. It basically mixes pop, synth, and heavy metal music, and it is a female-fronted band, so you can imagine a band like No Doubt mixing the styles of Korn and System of a Down, mixed with a little bit of like Radiohead and Muse, add some blast beats and add some dancehall rhythms, and it's just a big mixture of all of that. So vocalist Skye Sweetnam has a very unique vocal style. It's a mixture of pop singing and like aggressive nu metal vocals. You know, think of like Gwen Stefani trying to sing in the style of like Jonathan Davis, and it is something like that. This is like also my record for mentioning the most number of bands and artists in less than 2 minutes. So let me get right into the songs. The album has 11 songs and a runtime of 40 minutes. Now, like most albums released this year, it was preceded by a number of singles. There were actually 6 singles released out of the 11 tracks, prior to the release of the album. I'm going to be talking about those, and then I'll give my final thoughts, and this way this video won't be too long. The first single was called Love You Wrong. It was released on May 7th, 2019, and right from the beginning you hear the aggressive style vocals and the melodic choruses with male backing vocals. This is one of the heavier songs on the album and probably one of the heaviest singles. The guitar riffs are all there, they're very heavy, and you could tell the guitars are tuned down. They do have this very deep and thick tone to them. There's some keyboards in the background, and this song has a really cool breakdown. It gets soft, atmospheric, and does pick up again, has some like heavy guitars in it. And the chorus does get repeated throughout the song, so it is a kind of catchy song and really great single. I like it a lot. The next single is called Run with the Giants. This was released on August 30th, 2019, and the song is pretty cool. It has like this reggae feel, and it has a really cool beat. The heavy guitar riff works very well with like the rapping vocals, and it is very unique. It's kind of hard to describe, but it is a song that I like a lot. The song is filled with a lot of like synth and a lot of like aggressive vocals. I like the guitar tone on this one, and it really works very well with the other instruments. The next single is called Bystander, and it was released on February 11th, 2021. And this song, again, a lot of synth and a lot of like aggressive vocals in the verse section. The drums are very heavy. You hear the interplay between the male and female vocals. I really like that part a lot. The guitar riffs, the guitar tone is like very thick. And there's a breakdown where you hear like background vocals like singing in the chorus. And this song also has like a punk rock vibe. So if you're a fan of punk rock, you'll probably like this. The next single is called No Surrender. That was released on March 11th, 2021. And this one has like a synth intro, and the intro is a little reminiscent of modern pop, but it does have some heavy guitars and some atmospheric like moments to it. The song does have aggressive vocals in some of the parts, and the riffs are still very heavy. The next single is called Vertigo, and it was released on April 8th, 2021. And this one starts out like a pop song, and the type of song you would hear on the radio. So this one is probably a little more radio friendly than the other ones. But the heavy metal elements are there. They're just like a little more downplayed, a little more. You hear vocals with a lot of like layers and a lot of synth, and the guitars are still there. They're just not really that in your face. The vocals are a little more cleaner on the song. It's not a bad song, but like I said, it is a little more radio friendly. The next single is called Bad News, and this is the last one prior to the release of the album. It is on the more pop side, but there are some synth and guitar riffs like to keep it interesting. You know, there are some heavy guitars in the pre-chorus, and the song does have a punk rock vibe. The chorus is very catchy and memorable, and the song also has some elements of hip-hop. Skye Sweetnam is rapping in the verse and singing in the chorus. The aggressive vocals are not really heard as much, and this again is more of a radio-friendly song. Now there are a few more songs on the album that weren't singles, but I will talk about one called M.I.A. I like it a lot because it has this like reggae beat with pop vocals and dance beat and synth. Not the kind of song I usually like, but you know, if the music is good, it's good. It was one of my favorites, even though there was like a minimal use of the heavy guitars. And like I said, there are more songs on the album, but I want to keep this video fairly short, so I'm going to go right to the conclusion. I wasn't expecting to like this album, but I liked it a lot. I usually don't like albums that are influenced by like modern pop music, but this was some type of like strange like science experiment where they took punk rock and metal and reggae and pop and dance music and they mixed it up in a way, and they just really did it right somehow, and it was an enjoyable listening experience. It's a type of album that can be enjoyed by fans of electronic music as well as fans of pop, as well as old school metalheads like myself. Every song on the album is interesting, and I will give this a score of a 9 out of 10. I don't really know how to categorize it, but I enjoy the album, and hopefully this band will make it big someday. And that's it. So comment, let me know if you've heard any of these songs. They do have a few music videos on YouTube, so please check those out. Let me know what you think. Next week I will do some vinyl record reviews, some of the ones that you will see behind me. I'll be talking about them like one by one. I want to kind of give them each like a personal video, and I will be doing a ranking of the Beatles, so stick around for that. I have another anniversary video from a very popular Aerosmith album that will be coming next weekend. Please check out the in-video links. These are the other two new releases that I reviewed this weekend. That's it. I'll see you in the next one.